Hey, folks, welcome to the Black and Gold Daily Blitz. I'm Tito, Jeff Thidoff. Follow me on Twitter at ThitHappens. Download the Fantasy Sports app. We are powered by DSP Media. Download the app, though. It's free for Apple and Android users. Go to our Facebook page, like that as well, and you can interact with hosts on that. There's so much great content we are adding all the time. I'm on Twitter at ThitHappens. Would love to interact with you. If you have questions about anything I've said, disagree, that's okay, too. Just would love to talk Steelers with all of you. So, Pittsburgh got the game coming up on Sunday against the Jets on the road. It's Rodgers against last year's team he played for versus Justin Fields versus last year's team he played for. Lots of things going into this game. Lots of questions we need to have answered in this game for the Steelers. Steelers coming in as like a 2.5 or to 3-point favorite. Just to get this out of the way, betting wise, I love Pittsburgh. Only on the line of 2.5 or less. I don't like them at 3. 3 is probably a push bet. But if you can tease down 2.5, I would do that. Aaron Rodgers, look, the last 10 games of last season, he was above average. I know when you think of Rodgers, that might not be the biggest compliment in the world, but based on how he started off with the Jets and how he ended, like that's probably a compliment. He was above average last year in the last 10 games, which kind of lines up with where he should be based on recovery at his age from a torn Achilles. So, Steelers going to the Jets tomorrow. Both franchises are very much on the edge of their seats, wondering about their quarterback situations. Other things, though, that have popped up for Pittsburgh. We don't know about Cam Hayward. Now, Mike Tomlin said Cam Hayward did a hold-in kind of thing where he still has a contract that he agreed to last season. And that one is still live and still what he's supposed to get paid. But he wants to renegotiate it. I understand why. Look, Cam's in his mid-30s now. This is his last chance to really have leverage. And he wants to take full advantage of that. And I appreciate that. I understand that. I respect that. That being said, Tomlin said he expects that Hayward will play in the game on Sunday. It's still up in the air on that one. The Steelers need to make sure this gets resolved so he's on the field. I don't know if it means a contract, if that means, you know what, we'll keep negotiating, just keep playing. I don't know what that means. But Cam Hayward needs to be on the field for this team. That's one of the bigger question marks. The Steelers' defense this season, it might be the best in the league. It's got that kind of talent, that kind of potential to be the number one defense. I'm not saying it's steel curtain, but it could be steel curtain-ish this season. I love the way this team looks on defense. The Jets game, the over-under is like 37.5 or something. It's the lowest over-under among all the games this weekend, because obviously the Steelers and Jets both have questionable offenses. Let's put it that way. Unproven offenses with who they have in place right now. And also the Steelers' great defense. So, like I said, I like Pittsburgh laying the points if it's 2.5. But we need to see what these quarterbacks will do. And if Cam Hayward plays, it's a big difference. Hayward's the point in his career. He's old enough to not need training camp. He can roll out there and play. Maybe not a full game. Maybe he's got limited snaps, but nonetheless, he can do that. Other things I want to look at. I'm curious who will be the second option. A lot of people say, wide receiver 2. I'm not saying wide receiver 2. I'm saying second receiving option. DK Metcalf is the clear top receiving option. Is number 2, is it Calvin Austin? Is it Roman Wilson? Is it Jonnu Smith? I don't know who. Is it Jaylen Warren? I'm not sure who running back 2 option is. Or I'm sorry, second receiver is. I'm not sure who that is on that one. So I'll be looking at that to see who ends up getting the most looks, maybe, is the best way to put it, from Aaron Rodgers. Smith had a fantastic last half of the season last year with Miami. The Steelers might run a lot of 2 tight end sets with him and Freiermuth. So I want to see who gets the most of the targets. And Jaylen Warren, who just signed a new contract too, and an extension. Jaylen Warren's a damn good receiver out of the backfield. So that'll be something else we need to keep an eye on. The Aaron Rodgers thing, look, he's 41 years old. He is, if you're 41 years old, I'm 54, by the way, but if you're 41, You know you're not the same guy you were at 30, same person you were at 31. Got to be careful about that. You're not the same person, the same level of athlete you were at 31 or 21. Rodgers, though, like I said, the last 10 games last year, he was above average, which is good. And we have to see if he can continue on that. It sounds like he's happy to be there. It sounds like Tomlin's happy to have him. We'll see what the offensive scheme, what they roll out. Obviously, Caleb Johnson will get some carries as the big running back, the rookie out of Iowa. Jaylen Warren, I think, will be the number one guy for at least the first few weeks, see what happens there. But I can't wait to see how Aaron Rodgers looks. And importantly, they need to find a way to protect Aaron Rodgers. The offensive line, I think, has all of the talent to be good, maybe really good. But just because they have that talent, have that level of talent, doesn't mean they're going to pull it off. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. See how the offensive line does. I do, trust me, it wasn't lost on me. Najee Harris out there and playing for the Chargers out in Brazil. It showed why the Steelers decided to move on from Najee Harris. I like Najee Harris. I think that he, I think that he pretty much did what was asked of him, but he's not an elite running back. I don't know if Caleb Johnson is or not, but we'll see the Steelers offense, how they function. Again, defensively, look, this team is real on defense. I can't wait to watch them play against the Jets. This is a game, by the way, on Sunday that Pittsburgh has to win. I don't like saying must wins early in the season, but if you stack their schedule, start looking at games where the Steelers, there's games that are should win, might win, won't win. And when you're talking about the margin of error on that for the Steelers, this one is in that should win category. It's one of the more should winnable games, which is odd, but getting a road win against the Jets to start the season is very significant for the Pittsburgh Steelers. A loss here could send things into a tailspin because you don't want to get behind the eight ball on this. I've said all along, I think if the Steelers, if they can get a decent offensive performance from Aaron Rodgers, I think they finish ahead of the Bengals in the division. And I really believe that. But you've got to win the should-win games. And this absolutely is a should-win game. I love Justin Fields. I hope Justin Fields has a great season. But this, for the Steelers, for Rodgers, DK Metcalf, the defense, for Mike Tomlin, for Jaylen Warren, for TJ Watt, all these guys, Cam Hayward, all of these guys. This should-win game is damn near a must-win. So we'll talk about it after the game as well, get some more thoughts on that. Like I said, I think Steelers win. I think they win by 3. If I had to put a number on it, I would say 21-17. Or maybe 20-17, right around the over-under number. But I think the Steelers win. I think they cover the 2.5. I think 3 is a push. But I think they do get the W here in this one. This is a game that Mike Tomlin knows they have to win. You've got Aaron Rodgers, great quarterback history. We'll see if he can turn back the clock a little bit and look good again. DK Metcalf and this defense. This defense is going to be the real deal this year for Pittsburgh. They give a lot of vibes off like some of those Super Bowl winning defenses, although they're not quite at that level yet. All right, download the app. It's free. Fantasy Sports, Apple and Android users. Like us, like our Facebook page. Go find that as well. Follow that, like it, share it with your friends. We appreciate you tuning in. Follow me on Twitter @ThatHappens, and we're going to talk next with about a 1-0 Steelers team. We'll do that next. Black and Gold Blitz, Fantasy Sports, powered by DSP Media.